Well, I think it was the Board of Trustees who, in our strategic planning process back in 2002, had given the go-ahead to administration to search for a replacement hospital. Painesville was a facility, 270,000 square feet. It was confined in a small city block area. And when we looked at the strategic growth of the population and the market that we had been expanding to serve, we needed to move. And we went on a land hunt for several months, if not close to a year, and then we were able to acquire this parcel of land, which totals over, I think, 45 acres now. And that then started the actual design process that we had engaged Carlsberg out of Columbus to be our lead architect.
LakeEast was on 11 acres and had been there for our original hospital. So, as technology changes and you need to install different pieces of even radiology equipment or information systems where you need to run things through the ceiling, you need different floor-to-ceiling heights, which is something that people don't typically think about. They think, you should be able to fix that, but actually the infrastructure, the building is the building. And so that along with just the need to do some expansion and renovation, by the time the board looked at alternatives to try to do it within that 11 acres, it just made more sense to build a replacement.
So we found the land, had beautiful access, and we had two barriers. The first barrier was the land was not zoned as a conditional use or permitted use for hospitals. So at that point, the Concord Township residents decided to put it to a vote as a referendum. And then, I don't know which fall it was, but that fall we received an overwhelming support by the Concord residents on a 4-to-1 basis to allow this area to be a permitted use.
Well, we spent a lot of time with a number of advisory groups. We have a patient advisory group for just sort of general things. We have a senior advisory group, a women's group. We have a number of groups where we've tried to test a lot of the theories, and actually the development of the hospital came from a lot of information or feedback that they gave us to say we need for things to be different. And then if there's ever anything that we're doing new, for example, like the registration kiosk, we would always put a person there to help to make sure that it was something that we'd be able to explain and talk to people about. And I just continually collect feedback about how we could do it better, and that seems to have worked very well. We have a survey right on the system, and it's extremely positive. All ages, so we're very pleased with that.
But back in the design process, it was challenging in the fact that all of the technology that we have in place and future technology plans were not available to the current employee base. So designing an environment to be, patient safety, patient focused, family focused, and efficient for the caregivers, in their mindset was, well, I need the nursing station, I need this, I need that, where is things?
Right.
So in that regard, we did some mock-up rooms over in the basement space of Lake West Hospital, and we used that for prototypes and testing a lot of these systems, and also using it in part for education of the staff while construction was...
Well, the key guiding principle, the key tenet for this project was that it had to be patient and family-centered. Period. So the staff was involved in all of the planning. They were involved in design, the schematic design development, all the phases of the project, where they had the opportunity to dialogue, and we had the opportunity to sort of press back. Is that patient and family centered, or is that about how we like to do our work currently? We actually took them, some of them on site visits and sort of created messengers or ambassadors of some of the new technology. We did some trialing of the new technology at our other sites. So again, you begin to build
At a very high level, we can basically double the size of the facility. So, and not only the hospital and the ambulatory component to that, but we also have a joint venture project with our physician, and that is a 100,000 square feet facility, and that could double as well. So we've done master site planning that would allow us to double what we are today and still have the feel that we have as you drive in the main drive, that it's a healing environment and a welcoming
campus.